Hey y'all, welcome back. My name is Jennifer. For those who are new, I'm so excited you guys are here. We are going to go and we're going to go through a few bronzers today, but we're going to highlight this one bronzer that I just picked up. Yes, this is the Dior, the brand new Dior Forever Natural Bronze, y'all, in number 5, Warm Bronze. This comes with 9 grams of product. 9 grams. That is a ton of product. Well, I feel like it is. I don't know if it is for sure. I mean, it seems like a lot, right? I mean, the blush, the Hermes blush is 6 grams. So it just seems like a good fit. 12-month shelf life. Guys, this is the most beautiful packaging. This is like a soft leather. I don't know if it's real leather. I have to look that up, quite frankly. But it almost looks like they're bags. You know how their bags are that quilted, really, and it's soft right here. It comes with the logo right here, and then it's in this really pretty, I love the, like, I don't know, I just love the packaging. It's so pretty. And honestly, I'm glad that they are starting, well, I don't know if they're starting to switch to this type of packaging, but it's so much better than the other ones that I have, like the other highlighters and other powders that I have. Let me grab the other packaging and I'll show you. All right, yeah, so this is the older packaging that I love the formula, but guys, it falls apart. I mean, this is so pretty though, look. I mean, the formula is just gorgeous. It's just beautiful with all of their illuminators and things like that. So I was really excited when they came out with a bronzer. It's been, you know, the only bronzer that I have from Dior are is this one? No, that's not it. The only bronzer that I have from Dior is the actual backstage. It's like a quad. You know what I'm talking about? That's the only one I have. This one, however, is, and that's more like a contour. This one, however, is more of this is a bronzer, a true bronzer. So let's read up on a little bit of this. I really want to show you or talk about some of this so that we can show some comparisons, swatches, etc. Try it on together. I do have my makeup on. I don't have bronzer on. So, and I did put on a Hermes blush today. So look in the description box below to check out which one that is. All right, so let's read a little bit about this bronzer from Nordstrom.com. I purchased mine from Selfridges. It does retail in the States for $48 US. There are, let's see, there's only 4 deeper shades on Nordstrom. I believe on Selfridges, the lighter shades are there. Let me double check. Yes, there are 8 shades available on Selfridges, and on Selfridges site, they are $44. So about a $4 difference there. We can go ahead and read what they're saying on Nordstrom site since I did have that pulled up. They are saying that it is a powder bronzer that delivers sun-kissed warmth and a healthy glow to your skin. It is soft and lightweight, and this bronzer blends with your skin to deliver a natural, long-wearing result. Its formula is enriched with 95% mineral origin pigments and infused with wild pansy extract. The comfortable powder even helps keep skin's natural hydration. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing, right? Apply the shape of a number 3 from the temples to the cheekbones, then finishing along the jawline. So essentially they're saying like this and like this. And then that's for a natural sun-kissed glow. I personally, I don't know if y'all have ever seen any of my bronzer videos, but I like to apply bronzer generously everywhere. I just like a sun-kissed look anyway, so for me, that's just something I enjoy. And then it's saying you can create more of a contour if you like under the jawline. Dermatologist tested, non-comedogenic, made in France. So yeah, that is a little bit about this bronzer itself. I do want to show you the swatch, real-time swatch here. So if you look at this, I was kind of concerned that this would be too deep for me because I am usually a light to medium skin tone in the fall, winter, spring, early spring, and then around this time I'm starting to dip into a deeper shade. So for me, I was a little nervous that this would be deep for me, but this is the swatch. Now you can see when I'm swatching it here, it's almost like this really, really nice, beautiful neutral bronze effect, yet it's not too deep, I don't feel like. I was looking at shade 4, and 4 looked a little almost too cool for my skin type, so that's why I went with number 5. I do want to show you what it looks like applied on, and then we'll go into some comparison swatches with other bronzers that I do have, because I feel like that's important when you're looking for a different shade and all the things. Now, I only bought one shade. This is the only one I did pick up, but I do want to try it on for you. I typically always use a big fluffy brush for bronzer. Now, when you apply bronzer with a bigger, fluffier brush, this is quite dense, but even so, it's kind of going to give you more of a wash of bronze rather than something that is something like this, for example. It's bigger, but it's not as dense, and that will even give you a lighter bronze. Or if you want to do something that is a little bit more intense, you could go in with a, pretty, like shorter bristles and a little bit more dense here, and that's going to give you more of a targeted area. So I can do a light bronze with a bigger, fluffier brush. I can use the Chantecaille here. This is the FO1. So you can see it's kind of like just a big, really fluffy, light brush, and I just swirl it around. There's no powder kickback here. And I can go like this, and there's like no powder coming off the brush. Just an FYI. So what I like to do is I like to just go around like in that C, like they were saying on Nordstrom's site. So you can see this is just a light bronze around the perimeter of the face. Now you can deepen this up, guys, if you want something a little bit more. I personally don't, because this is just a good wash for me, but let's just see. Without making it looking too deep, yet getting a little bit more color payoff, you're gonna want to get some, even though it doesn't pull up, you can see this was a clean brush, definitely getting pigment on the brush here. And you can target the area in which you want to have more of a bronze effect. So you can definitely see that this is really picking up here as well, and bronzing right here, because it's a more targeted area. And this is kind of more of a all over. I really like this bronzer, guys. I think it's an amazing bronzer. It's beautiful, and I like it both ways. If I'm in a rush, I just kind of sweep it all over and I'm good to go. It can also warm up some of that foundation that you've had during the winter, during the fall, early spring, that you may need just warmed up a teeny tiny bit too. And I use it for that as well. But I just really enjoy bronzer. You can go down your T-zone a little bit too. Yeah, it's just really nice. And it's just a very natural looking bronzer. You can definitely tell this is a little bit more targeted right in here. Not as much on this side, yet it looks a little bit more like sculpted and bronzy there. It's all personal preference, guys, but I did want to show you that you can build it up, that there is definitely pigment there, and it's a beautiful silky texture. It's not it's not chalky at all. There's no kickback on the pan. There's no, like, you go like this, nothing comes off. It's wild. It's beautiful. I love the packaging. I think it's beautiful. Just really, really nice, guys. So with that being said, this is the bronzer tried on. I will say I am thoroughly enjoying it. I'm picking it up, I'm reaching for it, and it's something that I've been enjoying lately. Now, is it better than my Gucci bronzer? It's different, guys. My Dior doesn't have a sheen to it. It's definitely a different formula, it's actually a different shade. So let's look at Gucci just to compare. If you look at Gucci and you look at Dior, totally different shades. Gucci is definitely more of, and this is in shade 3, by the way. Gucci, you're going to get more of a golden effect, whereas Dior, you're definitely getting that more sculpted, natural bronze look. So here is the Dior swatched. And I want to show you what the Gucci looks like swatched beside it. And you can tell that is definitely warmer. This is in shade 3. Definitely a different texture, a different feel, a different experience. Two different bronzers. They're not really comparable, if that makes sense. Definitely different. Okay, so let's go into, so you're like, okay, Jen, what about the Charlotte Tilbury one? I do have the Charlotte Tilbury. I have mine in shade tan. Now, I don't pull this out. Reason being, I got it last summer. It's very nice. This is very deep. I haven't been able to wear it because it's too deep for me right now. I like it, okay, but it's not like something I really want to use, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's just not, it's not my favorite. It's just not my favorite, guys. If I'm 100% honest about it, it's not my favorite. And I can't really give you a good reason why. For me, it's almost a little patchy. It's not the best shade for me right now. I'm going to give it another go this summer, but I think for me, the formula, I never really was a big fan of the formula for the airbrush powder anyway, so I don't know if that has something to do it, because that is the same similar formula, yet it's in a bronzer form and all the things, but just for me, it's just not my favorite bronzer. I'm just being honest. But I do really love my Chantecaille bronzer. Very different as well. Now this is very different in tone. This is the Goa bronzer. The Goa bronzer is almost this big gelée, really like, oh, just look how soft and silky that is. And it's got this really pretty sheen to it. We will swatch this as well. So you can see, definitely different, but look at that. Look how, you see the difference? Look at the difference. There's such a big difference in the formula than this one. This one's just patchy. The Charlotte Tilbury to me, you know? I don't know. I just don't reach for it. I don't know. Maybe I need to give it another go. Maybe it's just I haven't used it in a while, and therefore I don't reach for it. All right, so we have that one. We have the other one. I'm just trying to think of other ones that I have. Oh, this one just came back in stock, y'all, and this is an amazing bronzer, the Le Beige in Sunset. And look how beautiful. It's got these ropes. Reminds me of the beach and kind of similar to my house. I have things like this around my house because this is so pretty. It's got this sheen to it. It gives you a really pretty sun-kissed glow. Gorgeous, different in shade. I think this one is a little like, it's a little bit lighter, yet you build it up more. But it kind of almost reminds me of Gucci in a way because of the tone is like a little bit more golden. Yet it's lighter, guys. It's definitely lighter. Next up, we have the Tom Ford Gold Dust. So this is a massive palette of bronzer, but it's like that baked, it's almost similar to the other one where it's kind of that baked gelée, that Chantecaille. But this, guys, is this really pretty gold shade as well. So definitely a little bit more gold, very pretty, swatches like a dream, applies like a dream, similar to the Chantecaille and the Gucci and the Dior. It applies so well. It's so nice. Yet it's silky. It's not that baked gelée formula. It's quite different. It's just a very tightly packed, beautiful formula. I hope this helps you guys if you're trying to find a good bronzer, because I really want, you know, to be able to provide some really good information for y'all. And then if we're going into, say, I have a Guerlain terracotta bronzer as well. This is in shade 1. Now this one is very, very nice. Now it is also a bit newer to me. I really like it. And you know, the formula is a little similar. It's just so silky, beautiful on the skin, applies really well, not patchy or anything like that. Yet it's a lighter one. Can you see it? Hold on, let me get a better swatch for y'all. Oh, there we go. So yeah, it's number 1, so it is going to be lighter. There we go. I just want to make sure I got a really good swatch for you. But this is so nice. So nice, yet it is lighter than 5, Gucci, you know, and some of the other ones as well. But I do really like this one. So pretty. One last one that I do want to talk about. I know people sometimes use this as a bronzer, so we'll talk about this as well. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Sculpt. Let's see. The Bronze and Glow Sculpting Palette. Now, a lot of people use this as bronzer. I think you can use it for contour or for bronzer, but I honestly have not used this a lot. I was gifted this and I don't ever really pick it up. I don't know why. I need to try it more. It's very silky, but I can't tell you if this, I wouldn't be able to say I've used it enough to say it's a good powder. I do know a ton of people love this, but from my perspective, I'm just being 100% honest. I have not used it enough, but I did want to swatch it for you so you could see what it was like beside some other ones as well. All right, y'all, I hope that is helpful for y'all as you navigate your bronzer quest or just wanting to learn more about the new Dior bronzer that just came out. I love the new packaging. I'm very hopeful for the new packaging and that it will be a little bit more sturdy, won't break, quite frankly. And I'm just really excited that I found a new bronzer and wanting to give this a go. I don't know if it will outstand my Gucci, because the Gucci is just, there's just something about that bronzer that is hands down my favorite bronzer. Yet this one is really nice in a totally different way. Is the Gucci is definitely going to give you this like bronze golden sun-kissed look, yet this one is giving you almost like this like bronzy tropical look. Does that make sense at all? Like, I just feel like this just gives you this really beautiful bronzy tone to your skin, whereas the Gucci is going to give you more of this like golden look to your skin, if that makes sense. I hope that does. But I do really enjoy this. I think it's definitely worth a look at if you're looking at a new bronzer or wanting to try something different. The packaging's just so luxe and divine. And quite frankly, guys, I think Dior is really starting to step up their game. I think they're doing an amazing job with their products recently. They may be like overall one, I mean, if not my favorite brand, but one of my favorite brands right now, because I am incredibly impressed with what they're doing at, you know, their house. I mean, they are really knocking it out of the park for me. So those are my thoughts about the new Dior bronzer. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for being here. I invite you to subscribe below. If you loved it, give me a like. I'd love that too. And let me know your thoughts if you've tried any of these bronzers before. I'll leave my latest video right here, and I'll see you there. Bye, y'all.